Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Finance on Your Terms with me, Mike Benaziac. Thank you so much again for tuning in this week. Thank you for all the shares and the continued love and support that you guys are continuing to show. We are in the midst of a series based on Medicare. So all kinds of stuff you may know, you may need to review, you may not know. But things that you should take seriously if you are of the age, the situation where Medicare impacts you. Last week, not only did we introduce Tracy and welcome her back again this week, but we talked about the what's called open enrollment period and really why it's important for you to take time, just like everything else in your financial life, whether it's budget, retirement plans, anything, to review this as well, to take it very seriously. So we're going to continue the conversation about Medicare. And Tracy is the president of Capital Benefits Group. So welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about rate changes. And I think she's got some stories to share with us that may shock you, may surprise you. But again, another reason to take this very, very seriously. So I'll leave it up to you at this point.
Thanks, Mike, for having me back. Appreciate it so much. So we're on the heels of Medicare annual enrollment period. And of course, we are working hand in hand with our Medicare clients to conduct Medicare reviews. And so this, Mike teed this up that I might have a personal story to share, and it's true. So among my clients, I have the opportunity to represent family and friends and neighbors, and so my mom happens to be a Medicare client, and my mom turned age 65 a few years ago, and of course she knew someone who worked in this space and was able to take a look at her prescription drug needs and line her up with a supplement and a prescription drug plan that would help to fill any gaps that original Medicare does not cover. So Mom got her rate change notice actually in the mail already. So we have a lot of great carriers and insurance groups that we work with to help to provide that supplemental coverage. And so my mom got her rate change notice in the mail. And of course, as her agent of record, so did I. And moving from 2020 to 2021, she is going to be seeing and experiencing a 17% rate increase on her Plan F. And, my mom is not alone. We actually, like I said, we do work with a number of different insurance carriers. So we are not captive to any one insurance group. We are independent and always work for the client. We are seeing the largest rate increases in the Medicare supplement space that we have seen from some carriers for 10 years. So right now is a great time of year to be looking for for that information and to be talking with your agent and your advisor as to what to expect for planning and budgeting purposes.
Yeah. Well, and I'm glad that your mom trusts you to be a client. That's always nice. That's always nice to hear. After years of her taking care of you, that's fulfilling. That you're like, all right, finally, I can help out back as well. I have a question about the rate change letters. Is there a certain period of time to expect those? Is there a deadline that companies have to send those out?
So we generally see those around 60 days prior to the anniversary date. Okay, so in my mom's case, we actually received that already for 2021 because her anniversary date was tied to her birth date, and she turned 65 during the month of November. So her carrier specifically renews her policy on November 1st every year. Okay. Most Medicare supplement plans in the state of Iowa actually renew on a block basis. So we are generally seeing the January 1st, 2021 rate change notices from the insurance carriers on or around November 1st.
Okay. So in a lot of cases, it's kind of become standardized, but it may not always be that way. So just
it may not.
just like anything else, important mail, if you get something from an insurance carrier, whatever it is, make sure you're opening it up and reading it, because this you want to be made aware of. And 17% is, in my mind, is insane. And what I want to throw into this is the fact that with everything else going on in the world, we know a lot of times budgets are tight, especially if there's been, if you're on a very fixed income, job loss, job change, anything else that's going on, a 17% increase, it could be $30 a month, but that's still $30 a month that you've got to come up with more. So it kind of relates back to the previous video, the idea of reviewing all this, but keeping an eye out for those rate changes, seeing what those are and what other options you have available to you is very important. So seeking out advice, seeking out an advisor to help you through this process too. If you get a piece of mail you don't know what to do with, you're not quite sure what it means, what are your options available to you? Is there anything else that you wanted to add in here?
No, I think really just knowing too that we have received word and a lot of the carriers have forecasted some larger increases this year. So I think it's just for all of us to have that preparedness to be looking for the information and obviously talking to our professionals as soon as possible.
Yeah, perfect. All right, well, that about does it. We'll wrap it up for another episode of Finance on Your Terms with Mike and our special guest Tracy for this series. I think we've got one more episode coming your way, still with Tracy. So stay tuned. Share this video. Give me your feedback. Let me know what you want to hear going forward as well. And again, look in the link for Tracy's info. If you do have questions, if you're confused about something, whatever you need, she will take care of you. So with that being said, we will see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in.